What happened? Welcome, everyone. Firstly, from the bottom of my heart, I want to apologize for the slowness. I should have entered about 30 to 35 minutes ago. Sometimes some things usually happens, and when it happens, what do we have to do? We have to check every single thing we do. The connection wasn't going through and stuff like that. So it's caused a lot of delay for me today. So I honestly apologize for the delay. And I also want to thank every single person for giving the time and the opportunity today, because it is not easy. And it is what it is. And I'm here. I will always come to you guys every Sunday. You guys know that. I will always do my best to show myself up and be there for you guys. And that's who I am. I there was a lot of difficulty. That was why I haven't been on air. Firstly, I want to honestly thank every single person who has been listening to my podcast show, who has been a guest on my podcast show from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank every single one of you. It's 100% means a lot to me. And I want to continue to thank every single guest who has supported me in one way or the other. You all are the reason this is happening. I repeat myself. You all are the reason this is happening. And from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank every single one of you. Firstly, I'm going to be introducing myself. After introducing myself, then I'll go to a point whereby I speak about what my podcast is, what it entails, and also I'll be discussing on 5 episodes regarding my podcast show that I will discuss with you guys, so you guys will understand more and also understand better what my podcast show is all about. And also, I will also make a conclusion, because there's a question and answer. So if there is any question regarding my podcast, regarding I as the podcast host, you would like to bring on board, I'm always on ground to listen to you guys. I'm always on ground to actually be there and also listen to what you guys want to bring on board. My name is Temitokwe Adegoke, and I am the podcast host of the School of Heritage. The School of Heritage is a self-help and a self-improvement and an educational podcast show dedicated to impact the life of a lot of listeners, to improve their life despite the kind of trauma, or despite this kind of depression, despite the kind of situation they're finding themselves. It is a platform where you heal, where you grow, and where you learn from people all over the world. I've interviewed over 200 people on the podcast show, and it is great. It has helped me as a person, and that is why I am bringing this. That is why I am building and also bringing this platform, to make every single one of you understand that you all can also do this, and you all can also, listen to these people, learn from them, and gain a lot of things from them. The episode only lasts for 20 to 30 minutes. So within 20 to 30 minutes, you've learned something from a guest. So how short it is a very, very beautiful show where you will learn and also be educated in a lot of perspective, whether it's eating, whether it's bringing yourself up or stuff like that. It's really, really impactful. And also, I'll be diving to 5 episodes today, which I would like to discuss about today. There's a 5 episode I want to talk about today, which is very, very inspiring. That I think that you guys can also learn one or two things from. The first person is Mrs. Anne. Mrs. Anne is a very, very, very beautiful. She's an elderly person, but she has a very beautiful art. She is from she is from Denmark. Yeah, yes, she is from Denmark. And as a person who is in a European country, she's a person who has had a lot of background when it comes to radio, when it comes to interviewing people, when it comes to speaking with people. Like she have had every single sense of career regarding those areas. And in life, when everything looks good, everything is like light, 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 light. And when a woman gets to a point whereby she had more than 20 years in the radio presentation career, and she got to a point whereby she's super good, doing great, and she's traveling all over the world, she's working with friends, like every single thing was just bright, light, light, light. And when it gets to a point in life, everything changed. And that is the beauty of the life we found ourselves today. Everything changed, and she was disabled, and she drive more. You are going to love this episode. Currently, now it is the latest episode on my podcast show. She really, really spoke from the bottom of her heart. She made us understand how every single person are passing through what he or she are passing through in life. I am passing through some things, and she despitely said it that you know social media is a filter, and that is the issue I see with social media. Social media is a platform whereby nobody wants to show the darkness. Every single person want to bring out the light. And if we have a platform whereby it is all about light, 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 most importantly or most particularly, it doesn't affect we the elderly people. Like it doesn't affect we the ones that are more mature, more educating, and we've gotten to a certain point in life. It affects the younger ones. It affects the younger ones, and that is what we hope that in the coming future this kind of things are actually regulated and being controlled, because what we see is always the light, and most of the time we are, people are always facing a loss which they don't bring out. People will say is a sense of insecurity, and that is the kind of world we find ourselves today. And that is why I am bringing out this platform, because Mrs. Anne really drive to a point whereby she had a very happy life, she had a very beautiful life, and everything turned around. And she has a very, very beautiful message for every single one of you. A beautiful message whereby when you listen to what she has to say, I think you will be in a position whereby the love, the responsibility, and the knowledge will come from above. And she gave it in that episode. The episode is just for 30 minutes. And I have to let you guys know it, you will really be 100% touched by the episode. If you want to listen to it, you can do check on my podcast show and listen to it. Also, the other episode I want to talk about is from Mrs. Dianelba. Mrs. Dianelba is a person who have experienced during her childhood sexual abuse. She experienced a lot of sexual abuse. And what I love about Mrs. Dianelba, I have to be honest with you, she's a very, very beautiful person as a human. I think she'll be Spanish because the way she was speaking, it seems that she has this Spanish and sense. So she's a person who faced a lot of sexual abuse when she was very young, and she made us understand how we can develop ourselves spiritually, physically in our times, because sometimes our hearts will feel broken, we will feel betrayed, things will happen, and how are we going to try our best to sort this situation out? How are we going to be in a position whereby this situation are actually being dealt with responsibly? And that is where she dived to. She talked about how we can heal with situations spiritually, physically, how you can do it. Because for someone who faced a lot of sexual abuse when she was very young, sexual abuse is very tough, and she recovered. Now she's fine, she's happy. And one of the ways, because I want to give you guys expo, like it's an expo, because I don't want to usually, but I want to give you guys expo regarding the conversation we had. She said something. She said, saying what you've passed through, whether it's sexual abuse, whether it's immorality, whether it's something that is really intriguing, it starts from speaking it out, because that is where the healing starts from. Because if you don't let people know that you are passing through this situation or you've passed through this situation, it is still there, and it will continue to damage what it wants to damage. You have to learn how to bring it out. And she really dived through those perspectives, because I really love when she really said those perspectives, because she really said it that you will never be ready to solve the situation. Whether you are facing a sexual abuse or you are facing something that is very traumatic, really heavily traumatic, And she made us understand how we can navigate, help ourselves, and also improve what we are doing as humans. And it is a very beautiful episode that I encourage every single one of you to check on. Mrs. Dinelba is someone that she's now happy. She's doing well. She has a very, very beautiful soul and heart, and she's a very, very welcoming person as a career as a coach, and also doing a lot of things to also improve people's life and also help people to also overcome this kind of triumph we find ourselves today. In the internet today, you and I will agree. Even pornography is huge. Pornography, live, everything. So all those pressures are outside there, and the people I have spit it the most are the younger ones. Because the time I discovered phone, I think I was around 17, 16, 17, 18. And the time I had phone, even I had phone because I lost, someone very close to me. So I collected that phone. So I never even had the opportunity because during that time, phone, what is called phone? I'm a very young guy, very, very young guy, but things happen really fast, really, really fast. And that is why I am bringing this to you. And you will learn more when it comes to Mr. Daniel. But you can check on the episode. And the name of the episode is on the screen below. The other episode I want to talk about is conversation, dialogue. In the life we find ourselves today, even I as a person, I am very lucky to have a podcast show that I learned how to generate a genuine conversation or a genuine dialogue with people. When someone wants to create conversation, it's not about just talking. It's about getting what you want. Sometimes we might have a conversation. It might be a conversation that you should have for 30 minutes, 1 hour. You have to think well because conversation damage things, and conversations create things, like create hundreds and thousands of things. And that is the beauty of conversation. If you know how to talk and you know how to create some sense of dialogue and communication with people, I think things will really go well for you. Because the base point in the life we find ourselves now is to know how to create some sense of dialogue. And that is why Mr. Nathan even died more when it comes to politics, because politics, they usually have issues. There'll be battle, there'll be war, there'll be sanction, all those things happens, and every single person have different backgrounds. Some people, they will just meet you and they'll be loud. Hey, 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 why would you do that to me? Hey, that is how their culture is. In my own culture now, let me use my culture as an instance. I'm a complete Yoruba boy. And in Yoruba land, there's something we call respect. Like, it is one of the base points of our culture. Respect is important. Respect, integrity, and having this kind of patience, having this kind of let me just say that embracing people. When you're in a position whereby you embrace people, you love people, even if I don't know you, I still show that kind of sense of careness, love. Okay, let's come together. Let's talk. Don't be angry. Don't be angry. I'm sorry. Don't be angry. I did not know. We Yoruba have that one. We have that kind of, and that is how we are being brought up. Now, we can't compare ourselves with someone that wasn't brought up that way. And that is where we have to understand. We have to respect people background, no matter how crazy, no matter how small it is, because that is the base point of how we can have a complete and interesting dialogue and conversation with people. And it is a very, very important and beautiful episode, to be honest with you. So if you want to listen to the episode, that is the episode in the background as well. Also, I want to speak about a man called Mr. Stephen. Mr. Stephen is a man who also a hustler. He also his ass off. He did everything he can do to become successful, and he got there, which I'm really, really proud of as a man. A man who did every single thing he can do to get to the top in life is tough, and he got there. He became a serious, successful businessman. And when someone tries to get old, you get old, you try to, things start to get tougher. Then you start to look, I'm dying. I think I'll leave the world soon. What can I give to the people? And that is why I had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Stephen. He's a very, very beautiful man. Like, let you guys know, he's a man with beautiful soul. He's doing well, he's doing great, he's very successful, but he's a man with beautiful soul. If you listen to our episode, you'll know more about my country. You know, you guys don't know more about, you know more about my country, because he's a man who really, really respects people's background. And you will learn more how you can use faith, how you can use focus to become successful too. Because anybody can be successful. It just starts with a mindset and how you project yourself to the front of the society. And he also discuss on one important thing: reputation. 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 It is very, very important. Listen to the episode and you're gonna love what me and Mr. Stephen discussed about. You're gonna love it. It's very beautiful episode. It's just 20 to 30 minutes. Every episode I have doesn't take long. Just 20 to 30 minutes, you'll be done with the conversation. The other episode I want to also talk about is about survival as a language, and that is Mr. K.E. Manning. Hmm. Mr. K.E. Manning is a very, very, very kind person, but is a man who whereby, and that is why I have to let anybody listening to me right now, no matter the background you are, no matter where you are, do not look at that place, because Mr. Kiimani was a man whereby he wasn't brought up by his parents. Like, he doesn't have this kind of parental background. One, two, he has a lot of people, bad influences, but he still stood ground to be a good person, and that is why I was opportune to talk to him and discuss more about how we can use wounds as a sense of lesson. We shouldn't see wound as a sense of revenge. We shouldn't see wound as a sense of creating some kind of chaos. We should see wound as a place to learn. Mr. Kaiman is a man who faced, like, when they say someone in a very, very dangerous society with not non-parental background and he survived. So why can't you survive? Why can't I? I that I don't I'm doing I'm having a lot of things I'm doing, try my best to push people in, try my best to communicate with people, get people together and have success of dialogue and communication that will benefit every single one of us. Why can't I also do it? If we can also do it, we have no excuse. We don't have parental background, we don't have this, it doesn't matter. Life will always be tough. We will face triumphs. I used to say it very well. I said it last week. I always suffer. And it's not about sufferings of food or emotions, because I carry a lot of crosses and it's not easy sometimes. Sometimes I'll feel like crying, but I think I have a person who really loves me. I pray, and she listens, and that is why I'm here today with you guys, and that is why I want you guys to also assimilate some kind of good things we have to do on earth. It won't take anything away from us. And Mr. Kiimani spoke about that. He spoke about a lot of things. How we use wound, trauma. How can it, what can it teach you? What can it make you grow with? You will learn it from Mr. Kiimani. So those are the 5 episodes I want to talk up to you about. Lastly, please and please check out my podcast show. See, I am doing all this thing because I want to be part of the people when I die. At least the world will know I did my part. Please do something. The only thing, the only thing I am asking is just for you to spend some time to listen and learn from these people. That is the only thing. And I plead with you. I know I'm a guy that's from Africa. I'm a guy from a very, very black background, which I do know is tough. White, I do understand white people. When you see white, 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 when you see black, it looks somehow, but it's normal. It's normal. But we have to still continue to see the heart, because the heart is the most important thing, not the face, not the skin, no, the heart. And that is what we need to have with us. And I want to thank every single person who shows the support, who have been listening. It's mean a lot. And if you have any question, anytime, you can bring it for me. I will be ready to answer you. I am ready to give you the whole answer anytime. So I've come to the end of the meeting of today. And I want to also use this opportunity to thank every single person again. And please, we come and we go. You do good, you are leaving this world. You do bad, you are leaving this world. You chop life, you are leaving this world. You do not, you are leaving this world. Whether rich, poor, old, we are all going to leave this world one day. Let us please learn to do good. It will not take anything away from us. It won't take anything. I suffer for it, but I am ready because I know when I die, at least I know I did my part. That is me. Oh. I don't know if I'll die old or young. I don't know, but I did my part and I plead with you. I'll also see you guys next week Sunday. Okay, we'll talk again next week Sunday. I hope next week Sunday will not be like this. I won't come late. I'm so sorry about today. Today was I had a lot of difficulties with the issue of the computer. And everything was just scattering. I don't know. It just happens sometimes, and I'm so sorry about that. And I want to, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you. And please stay safe, stay blessed, and we'll see next week. We'll see next week. Please listen to Discovery. We'll see next week. Bye bye.